Right, thank you very much indeed. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's meeting of the HOSC. Before we start the meeting, I need to inform you that this meeting is being live streamed and recorded. Please also note that all remote participants are muted at the outset of the meeting and are only able to speak at the invitation of the chair. So if you are remote, please raise your hand if you wish to speak. If you wish to speak, and then only unmute when the chair invites you to make your contribution. The chair may ask that you are muted if you do not participate in this way. Item 1 on the agenda, apologies for absence. We have Pam Mosley, Nick Bardsley, Jeff Anderson, and is Gerald Aiken coming or not?
He may.
Gerald Aiken may be coming on the Teams. Okay. Item 2, disclosable interests, minutes of the meeting held on the 24th of April 2024 and the 9th of May 2024. Are we happy with those minutes? Have we got any things to raise from that? I know I wasn't here for one, and Peggy very kindly chaired that one for us, so thank you for that. Are we all in favour? Are we happy to propose those minutes? Thank you very much indeed. This will be a good meeting. Item 4, public question time. There are no questions from the public. Item 5, member question time. At this moment, there are no questions from members. Item 6, update from a joint HOSC.
Okay, so I'm just going to begin the update. So Sophie Foster, Overview and Scrutiny Officer. There has been one meeting of the joint HOSC since the last HOSC, which took place on the 16th of May. The focus of that meeting was the joint forward plan and enabled the committee to review and gain assurance on the progress of the plan. Since May, the joint HOSC have been preparing for an additional formal meeting, which the committee requested to be called, to be able to review the May CQC report, Air Quality Commission report, alongside the outputs from the Channel 4 dispatches programme focused on Royal Shrewsbury Hospital, and they're intending to triangulate that and the CQC report with the previous work of the committee. So that will be at the session, the next session of the joint HOSC.
Thank you very much indeed. Item 7. Sorry, need to turn myself on. Right. Item 7, appointment to joint HOSC. For each local authority, joint HOSC membership consists of 3 elected members of the respective council's HOSC members. At this moment in time, we need to confirm a 3rd member of the joint HOSC to join myself and Heather. And I would like very much to propose Councillor Ed Towers to take this role up. Is there a seconder for that? Thank you very much indeed. Are there any other nominations?
Yes.
Yes, no?
What was that?
No other nominations?
No more nominations.
Good, okay. On that basis, I presume we need to, as only one person, a vote. So all those in favour of Councillor Ed Towers joining joint HOSC. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations, Councillor Ed Towers. You will join us on our next meeting, which is going to be the 7th of August.
7th of August.
Yep, we'll let you know. Thank you very much for that. Item 8, appointment of a new patient representative. We had a need for a new patient representative because one of our members had to step down because of work commitments. So we advertised for this position. We've had lots of interest, and last week Heather and I and Tom and Sophie, we interviewed 3 people. One candidate we had was really shone out. She's a lady that's a retired mental health nurse, been in mental health for over 40 years, would add quite a lot to this committee. Her name is Anne Mitchell. She is a parish councillor, so she's well aware of etiquette of councils, etc. Seems a perfect fit. So we have spoken to Anne and offered her this position, subject to you ratifying it today. Do you want to know anything more about her, or are you happy to accept? We did a rigorous, I assure you, a very rigorous assessment, discussion, and interview. And if you're happy, we'd like to propose, therefore, that Anne Mitchell joins us as a co-optee representing the Shropshire for the joint HOSC.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
could you just expand a little on her current activities and what she thinks she will offer to the?
She's retired. She is a retired lady. She is on Right 11 Pounds Committee, Council. She says, I'm particularly interested in the provision of primary care and mental health care in our communities. My working career has been spent working for both health and social care in the field of mental health. Before retirement, I was a registered mental health nurse, employed locally as a ward manager, prior to which I was area manager for community mental health services. I moved to Shropshire some 26 years ago from West Yorkshire to give my children a better opportunity in life. I'm passionate about access to services and enabling the public to have their voice heard. Although I'm now retired, I still feel that I have a lot to offer, and a role such as this within the wider community, I'd be happy to extend my working knowledge of other aspects of health and social care provision. I've also recently joined Right 11 Towns Parish Council as a councillor, and they are supporting my application. So she does seem to have a lot of experience. So she's retired with plenty of time on her hands to attend meetings. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
That's a Ted.
Is this sort of position have references to it as well from other people to recommend her?
We don't have any references, do we? Other people. No, we don't, but I can assure you, she interviewed very, very well.
Can I just add, I think a lot of her responses were actually, I'm sorry. A lot of her responses were actually from a patient's point of view, which was quite interesting. So it's actually, that's what we were appointing for. So she was really representing that side that we were interested in, and she was impressive. That interview.
Any other questions, or are you happy to?
You needed proposing?
Yes, please.
I'll propose it.
Thank you very much, Becky. Seconded by Towers. Thank you. All those in favour? And that's unanimous. Thank you very much indeed. And I'm sure she'll be very happy and a very good contribution to the committee. Item 9, work programme.
Thank you. So the work programme was published along with the agenda, so you should have all have had sight of it. And it was really just an update today to say, although it looks slightly different to the format that you've received to previously, that the principles of the work programme are still very much the same. So it's still iterative. So as and when the committee either reprioritises topics or things emerge from communities, then there is still absolutely opportunity for this to be amended. And with the process for scrutiny now being that you'll see there's sort of 3 colour-coded boxes, so that an item will be acting as a briefing but that isn't just for the scrutiny committee, that briefings are open to all members, but they'll sometimes inform the work of a particular committee. So there's one coming up shortly on adult mental health, which is open to all members, but will be particularly valuable to both this committee and the people overview and scrutiny committee as well. There are then those items that are planned, as that one is, to feed straight into the committee, so it's providing information. Or the third sort is where an item has been identified as requiring going straight to committee. But as I say, it's still the ownership is with the committee. So as things do need to move and amend, they absolutely can do so. And you'll see that there's a list underneath the sort of outlined proposals for timing, other areas of interest that have been identified by the committee, which may move up into that as the year progresses.
Good, thank you. Any questions?
Just one question, clarification really, Sophie. So green is briefing and for all members. Blue is straight to committee. Amber, what's that? How's that differ from briefing and briefing?
So the yellowy, the amber box is a briefing initially to all members. So all the briefings are open to all members. The yellow one, and that is an item that's likely to be for information. So it's perhaps likely that there won't be any further outcomes or work required from it. The green one, the green box, is a briefing, but the topic indicates that there is likely to be areas of interest or assurance required by the committee. So it's likely that that briefing will then feed into a committee meeting later. And the blue items, the straight to committee, are those usually something like a report, so it's a bit more fixed, where it's felt that due to its sort of clarity or level of importance, it will definitely go straight to committee.
Thank you.
I noticed that. Thank you very much indeed. Rachel, do you want to?
Yeah,
Sorry.
thank you. Sorry, I've kept my camera off until I'm just on the screen because I'm obviously very large on your screen. Just a couple of points I was just going to make. The one obviously is the public health update. What we did do, just to give some reassurance, is where any items were identified in that briefing, we did follow up with a sort of summary of those actions and issues arose, and we sent that back out to all members who had been involved in the briefing and others, just so they had any, if there was any follow up. Obviously, if anything needed to go to committee for the next year's work programme, and we will absolutely make sure that's on the work programme. Just in terms of the dental access, because I noticed that's obviously an area that committee are interested in, just to flag Health and Wellbeing Board tomorrow, there is a paper coming as an update on primary care access that will include dental. So I'll make sure, I know we do make sure that the links are circulated, but I will again just make sure you've all got the link to that paper, because any follow-ups that might inform any follow-ups that committee would wish to do on that item. But there is an overview paper on primary care access that's been brought to the Health and Wellbeing Board tomorrow, which I'm sure will be of interest to this committee. So I'll make sure that that's circulated as it always is, but I just wanted to draw your attention to that.
Thank you. Can I just clarify, is tomorrow's meeting happening? Because I received a cancellation notice for it.
I believe it is. Yes, I've received the cancellation, but as far as I'm aware, it's absolutely going ahead. I intend to be there. So when the papers have been published, but I'll send the links.
Can we confirm that to everybody? Because it's rather confusing if we send everybody a message saying it's cancelled and you're saying it's not cancelled.
Apologies. The Teams link still is in. I think it might be maybe just a new link that's been sent around, but I will absolutely get clarity. I'm not aware that it's been cancelled.
Thank you. So I think we just need to inform all members that they can attend still, because they won't be just like me, they all believe it's cancelled. Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow then. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Good. Okay, item 10, very good reading. Item 10, date of next meeting, the 23rd of September of this year, obviously. And I think we've got a couple of, we've put in another meeting following that one, have we not, in November?
Yes, so just to confirm, the meeting on the 20th of September was an additional meeting to the committee's 4 quarterly ones, to be able to have an additional session looking at adult mental health, and then there will be the planned meeting in November, which is the expected
normal
call.
one.
Thank you.
Good, thank you
Yeah.
very much indeed.
Yeah, can I just ask Rachel a question while?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Great.
She won't be able to hear you.
Sorry. Rachel, I've been concerned for sometimes form that go out to children when they've been weighed in school. The one I have that said the child is obese. Had he been a centimetre higher, it wouldn't matter. And ironically, this last week he got Gym Member of the Month. And I just think the word obese on it is, had they not been good parents that realised, you know, I just think we need to discuss it, but I don't know whether it's here or in children's.
I can feed it directly back to the service. That in terms of the letter that's received, it's a standard letter that's sent out through when the health visit, when the weigh and measuring takes place through the school nursing programme. So I can feed that back directly and ask them just to confirm the wording of the letter. So I'm happy to take that away as an action.
You've got a parent that sees that and thinks, oh my God, and starts not feeding the child properly. We're going to have more problems the other way. You know, it's really bothered me for some months now, and I thought, well, I've got you here, I'd ask the question.
No, I'm happy to take that away because it should be a kind of within the round of this is it for information. There's a number of factors you need to take into account. So I can ask the team just to review the wording that's in the letter and the signposting to supporting information. As you said, it's very much it follows a very a standard measurement. It's a kind of complex analysis, isn't it, that goes in bearing height and weight, but it is one tool amongst many, and it should be supportive signposting for parents as well. So I'm happy to take that away and pick it up directly with the team.
Please, because that was all that was given them, no advice, nothing. And seriously, I mean, this child never stops running.
No worries, no problem. I can pick that up, absolutely. I'll take that as an action.
Any other questions for Rachel while we've got the opportunity? No? Okay, you'll be therefore pleased to hear the meeting is closed. Thank you very much indeed for coming. Now we're followed by the mental health.